All right, this is Mr. Crozier. This is review sheet number 2, and I wanted to give you some help on the problems here. I'm going to do some of these even problems here on the front page. We have 5 tangent x minus 2 equals tangent x plus 11. Well, let's slide this over to this side and move that over to that side. And that would look like 4 tangent of x is equal to 13. Then we can divide both sides by 4, and we have tangent of x is equal to 13 fourths. Go ahead and leave this fraction here. And now we want to take the inverse tangent of both sides to figure out what this angle is. And if I do that, make sure your calculator's on radians. And I want to do the inverse tangent of 13 fourths. And I come up with x is about 1.272. Well, that's our angle. Well, let's see where this angle is. If I draw out my circle, we have 0, pi, half a pi is 1.57, and in radians, if I add these two and I come down here, that's 4.71, and if I get back here, it's 6.28. So this angle 1.2 radians is somewhere in here. But remember, on the unit circle, we have all students take calculus. So down here, there's also this tangent angle that also matches 1.272. And that's always in tangent. It's always a length of pi, half a circle. So if I take this answer here, and if I just add on pi, my calculator has a pi button. I'll go ahead and use that. I have the other angle is 4.414. And those are my two answers. Again, the first angle, calculator will give you the first one. You're going to have to do some thinking to figure out that second one. All right, number 4. Let's solve this one. Well, secant is 1 over cosine. And 1 over cosine times cosine, well, hey, that's the reciprocal, so that's just 1. Plus 7 sine x is 3.4. Let's go ahead and subtract that over here and divide by 7. So sine of x would equal 2.4 divided by 7. I'm just going to leave this as a fraction. It has the decimal, but my calculator will do that. And again, I take the inverse sine, so it's inverse sine of 2.4 over 7. 2.4 divided by 7 is 0.34. Let's go ahead and round that. That's going to be 3. Whoops. It's going to be 0.350 is the first angle. But then again, where is that second angle? Well, 0, 3.14, 1.57, 4.71, and a 0.3. Well, hey, that's that small angle down here. Well, where else is sine positive? All students, so it's that triangle over here. And again, my calculator's giving me this angle. So the first one is 3 or 0.35. The second one would be pi minus 0.350, because I'm going back that much. The first one I'm having this angle. The second one, it's not all the way to pi, it's a little bit short. So x is about 2.792. Try not to round until the very end of the problem. All right, problem 6 at the bottom here. We have cosine root 3. Let's go ahead and move this over here and this over there, and that would be 2 cosine x is negative root 3. Cosine x is negative root 3 over 2. Well, what triangle is that? Well, hey, we know that's on the unit circle, so that's going to be the long skinny triangle. And those angles are going to be 5 pi over 6 plus the 2 pi n, and x is equal to 7 pi over 6 plus the 2 pi n. Those give our general answers. Then the question we always want to ask is, what about the interval 0 to 2 pi? Well, these are just basics. We only have these two angles are in that range. Nothing changes. The only time this would change is if we had an argument here where this is not cosine of x. If this had been, well, let's say for example, if this had been cosine of maybe 2x, if we have an argument besides x right here, then these may change down here at the bottom. But since it's all x's, We'll be safe using the unit circle. General solution, interval solution.